Hello everybody and welcome to Moons of Ardan. This is a game by Pandora Technology and self-published. They, since 2021, have been slowly, diligently plugging away at this game, and I found it today and thought I would put it on the channel because it looked pretty cool. So I'll just show you firstly, like up here, they've just released patch 0.11.0, a new beginning. So the dev has poured the heart and soul into the latest patch for months. The day is finally here. I am thrilled to release the latest major patch, packed with features that will make your city building adventures even more awesome. Let's dive in. So it's got like a new mission system and all sorts of new bits and bobs. I think I would have to probably get out of the game to read the rest of that, but you get the idea. They're putting lots of heart and soul into this game, but can't do it very fast because they are not a big team. So simple as, really, but it looks super fun. So we'll see what the demo's like, shall we? Anyway, welcome to Moons of Ardan. This game is currently being currently in its alpha stage. Your experience might not be the most optimal yet, as you might encounter bugs, broken save games, performance issues, or incomplete gameplay features. Be assured that with the help of our community, we're doing our very best to bring you regular updates and continually enhance your experience. Although the game isn't yet complete, we hope you'll bear with us and that you still have a good time. I understand. So I don't know whether this is just like a like a timed version of the actual game, or whether the actual game is going to be a bit further ahead in terms of patches and things from the demo, because demos aren't always up to date with where the game actually is. So you may find more if you actually pick the game up. How much it cost? £12. It's on sale at the moment. Don't know how much that is in dollars. Probably not far off. Okay, so let's play a new game. Right, so it's the year 2124. The once hopeful voyage of the Axonauts had become an endless odyssey through the abyss of space. For generations, is this an Axonaut? They're cute. For generations, these humanoid beings had called a massive self-sustaining spaceship their home. Oh, so they're like space flotilla people. Each passing year deepened their uncertainty and eroded their hope, leaving them adrift in the void of the universe. Or maybe not a flotilla, because it said one massive spaceship, so that's just like a generation ship, isn't it? Then, on an unforeseen day, destiny took a twist. Their massive spaceship collided with an uncharted celestial body, an enigmatic moon they would come to call Valar. Stranded with no way to continue their search for the new home they longed for, they will settle on Valar. They have to forge a new existence, constructing a base from the moon's resources and mastering the art of producing their sustenance. In this alien world, hope rekindled, but the path ahead was a treacherous one, fraught with the unknown, and they were determined to meet it head-on. Okay, so the first step in rebuilding your civilization is constructing a city centre. This building serves as the hearth, maybe, of your city, and enables you to place other structures within its range, so it's the city centre. Once the city centre is in place, you'll need to attract workers to manage it. To do this, build a shelter. It provides housing for one Axonaut. As you construct shelters, create living space, your population will gradually increase. The new inhabitants will automatically be assigned to available jobs. Lovely. So we don't have to assign them ourselves. It's automatic. So that always makes it a little bit easier. I need to find one stranded citizen. I need to build a shelter, and I need to build a city centre. Right then, so do we just like zoom right in and build wherever we want? Where's the stranded person then? Is there a stranded person down here? Oh yeah, that's a little bit of a small area for a city. So I think here would be good, actually, looking at it. It's a nice big place, isn't it? Right, let's also build a shelter. And that just has to be within range of the city centre. Very nice graphics on this. I like the building styles. And then we need to find ourselves... Oh, it's telling us a few things. Okay, so the following presentation will guide you through basic user interface elements. Press play. Resources available on your moon. Okay. Current moon's name, maximum storage capacity, available special resources and pollution. Okay. Population increases as long as you fulfill their needs. This is the build menu. I think I already worked that one out. This allows you to review the tutorials. Okay, cool. That's fine. Basic controls. Q and E to rotate. Shift to place multiple in a row. I'll probably forget that one though. F1 is help, F10 is pause. Okay, right click drag, viewpoint movement, mouse wheel drag, viewpoint orientation, mouse wheel zoom, keyboard arrows. Okay, so pretty standard, I suppose. Solanite ore, sand, and ganarium. Maximum global storage for each resource. And there's our pollution. Okay, cool. I apparently did reach one stranded somehow. I don't know how we did it, but we did. Just happened on its own. Complete the mission then. Woohoo! I got rewarded with a woodcutter's hut. Puts one axonaut to work that will start producing wood. All produced resources will be transferred to the city centre by a special transporter worker. Very well. And resource rewards. I don't know what we got there. Okay. Upon setting foot on this new land, the Axonauts brimmed with anticipation, eager to explore and understand their newfound world. What immediately struck them were the uncanny resemblances between the indigenous trees and those from their ancestral home. Ooh, it's like trees from their home. Wood, a precious resource vital for crafting and constructing the life support systems of their new base, became a cornerstone of their survival. Their forebears, masters of forest stewardship, had bequeathed to them a legacy of regenerative wisdom. With deep reverence for their surroundings, the Axonauts committed to sustainable resource use. Just a second. They carefully selected the oldest and ailing trees for their needs, leaving an ample number for regeneration. New saplings were planted to ensure the perpetuity of the forest's vitality. They understood the forest was not just a commodity, but a sacred gift, and their unwavering determination was to safeguard it for the generations yet to come. With a newly constructed city centre in place, it's time to get your resource production rolling. The woodcutter's hut is your key to produce wood, a valuable resource for constructing and crafting. The initial output of your woodcutter's hut depends on the number of trees within its range. Once staffed, in addition to producing wood, its workers will automatically plant new trees to increase output rate. The wood production will automatically be collected by the city centre transporter. Oh, that's biofilament, I see. Okay. Right then. Woodcutter's hut. I feel like that might be good to go near some trees. Maybe these ones. Now it says it doesn't have a worker. So we need to build 3 shelters. Maybe that would do. It has like crosses that maybe help you sort of line things up a little bit. Now we need to store 2 wood and reach 3 stranded. So how do we reach the stranded? This is one thing I'm a little confused about. Or is that just generally like the population just increases? Yeah. It's just a population increase. It's an RP thing, isn't it? That we've got stranded. Okay, so we're storing 2 wood. So hopefully the woodcutter has started. And it looks like someone is bringing that first bit of wood into the storage, I think. There's a little pathway going there. I can speed it up a bit though as well, because I think we kind of need to. They're all going home for the night, I think. I don't think we're getting much wood going at the moment. Oh no, 1 piece of wood. There it goes. This is our little like worker. I think it's like a little robot. It's going too fast, I can't see it, but maybe when we slow it down we'll be able to see it more clearly. It looks like there are roads kind of going between things at the moment as well, which is quite nice. Right, let's complete the mission. So you've got 4 biofilament for that, and we now start to need nutrient paste to feed them with, which we'll get from a hydroponic farm. As the Axonauts successfully sustained themselves on Valar, the escalating demands of their burgeoning settlement necessitated a solution for increased food production. Their answer lay in the creation of a hydroponic farm, a soilless marvel, utilising water and nutrients to cultivate crops with remarkable efficiency. The initiation of this project marked a significant step towards self-sufficiency. Methodically, the Axonauts gathered the necessary resources and drew upon their records and ancestral wisdom for guidance. This collaborative effort ensured the application of the most efficient techniques, marrying contemporary technology with age-old knowledge as they embarked on their journey to secure their sustenance on Valar. Right, so hopefully my drink has now stopped being all... Well, I didn't actually tell you, did I? That's why I stopped reading a minute ago. My drink was... I think it was covered in condensation and it was going everywhere. It was dripping all over me. It was terrible. It's been really humid lately and it's just like not great. Okay. So, we are going to make food. Your Axonauts rely on food to survive, and with newly unlocked hydroponic farm, you can now begin stockpiling nutrient paste. This nutrient-rich food will not only keep your Axonauts healthy, but allow your shelters to accommodate 2 people each. Wow! So we do get... It's not just like you have to do this now. It's like you have to do this now, but you will get more people in your houses. That's alright, I think. And we're going to be unlocking water in a minute, and maybe that will allow even more people to go in the huts. I don't know. But let's make ourselves a hydroponic farm. And we need 7 shelters now. What? I guess let's just keep making shelters everywhere. Right, hydroponic farm. Where are we going to put that? Like somewhere far out. I can turn it a little bit with Q and E because it's not quite... that'll do, I think. There we are. I mean, if you compare this to the Goblin Camp that we did yesterday, and I know we've done a lot of this sort of game lately, so I will be changing to other things as soon as they come out, really, as soon as I find them. But at the moment, it just seems like there's a lot of this kind of game out. So, let's put some more on this side. I only need 7 shelters, so it's going to be a bit lopsided for a while. Oh, that's okay. And we need to make 3 nutrient paste. Well, it's already going quite fast, so I imagine that will happen quite quickly. And it looks like we've already got the population up, which is really good. It looks like it has a little wind turbine that, like, powers it. That's adorable. I love it. Citizens need resources. And building resources, we have wood and biofilament. So we've got 2 out of 3. Oh, autosave. That's good. And I can have a total of 14 people here. Ah, looks like we've completed that mission. So now we're going to need water. So we've got water collection, which gives us grey water from the ground and atmosphere. And then we filter that into some clean water. Okay, so water, a vital necessity for the Axonauts, presented a new challenge. They were in luck, having uncovered a groundbreaking technology capable of harvesting and purifying dirty water from both the ground and air. Their innovative solution employed a fusion of filtration and membrane systems, effectively stripping the water of impurities. To ensure purity, they employed ultraviolet light sterilization. This not only quenched their thirst, but also safeguarded their health in this challenging lunar terrain. So 2 water collectors and 1 water purifier and store 3 water. You now have access to your very first production chain. These chains require a combination of buildings to generate essential resources. Water collector and water purifier. Water collectors are responsible for collecting grey water, do not require workers to do so. Water purifiers automatically send out local transporter to gather grey water, then process it to produce clean drinkable water. Water is essential for keeping your Axonauts in good health and happy. Additionally, it allows your shelters to accommodate 3 people each, which is what I was hoping it would do. Right, so let's start on this then. So it wants us to have... Oh, just put the water in. No more shelters anymore. Although, like, I'm gonna, like... Oh, I can't. It won't let me. Well, I'm going to stick one in just because I can. It says from the ground and atmosphere, so why don't we put it up here somewhere? 2 water collectors. And let's put in a water purifier. There we are. That worked pretty quickly and easily. And now we're getting roads going all the way out. So yeah, all of these little huts as well seem to be getting roads going between them. And oh, that's really cool. I like a good road in a game. I like the way it's got like stories all the time as well. It tells you what's going on. It's like, this is the story about how this happened. And I'm like, oh, that's lovely. So now our population is going up to 21 without us even having to build any more huts. Wonderful. What's this doing? Is it full or something? So we don't have any like stockpile of grey water, but we do have some water and nutrient paste and stuff now. So let's complete the mission. Alright, Bio Crusher. Reduces harvested wood into biofilament. Ah, so we can start making our own biofilament now instead of just getting it from quest rewards. An injectable building material for additive construction engines. Very well. Supplies of biofilament, the precious building material from their home planet, were dwindling. In their quest for a solution, they delved into their ancestral knowledge and unearthed the recipe to transform wood into this potent building resource. This breakthrough meant they could now expand their base, constructing new shelters and machinery. These tools not only enhanced their immediate living conditions, but also propelled their exploration of Valar, opening doors to new horizons and discoveries on this alien moon. Okay, so we're going to unlock warehouse from this. So you need a woodcutter's hut, a second one, a biocrusher, and going up to 10 shelters. Lovely. Well, I'm going to start with the shelters, I think. I say that, but maybe I need to do other things first. Right, so with the woodcutter's hut, maybe I'll do one up here as well. Because we don't really want them going into the same areas of operation as each other. So hopefully they'll be able to just sort of maintain that. And then we need a bio crusher. And I don't think it matters where that goes, but I think I'm going to put it next to the farm. So they can be close to each other. Then we need to build shelters. Now, why can't I build shelters? Is it because I don't have enough bio filament? I think it might be. So as soon as I get some biofilament, I just let it run until I can. And we can make 3 more huts. And that should get us up to, I think, 30 population. And go 1, 2, 3, I think. I don't know why, I just like having the houses around the town centre. I think it looks nice. I think it looks cute. Come on then, guys. I think they're making their first biofilament over there. You can do it. This definitely tells you what to do a lot better than Goblin Camp did yesterday. Whereas, like, I think because I had enough experience in games like this to work it out, and this game here would be much better for a beginner. Because it tells you exactly what you need to do to get it running. So it's definitely a better thing. It looks like our biofilament is coming in nicely now, and we can build our shelters. Perfect. So I'm going to start with this shelter here. I want to try and put them in relatively nicely. I'm not always the best at placing without a grid, but there we are. Yeah, I think that looks alright. Complete the mission! Now we need to get a warehouse. Ooh. Vital for well-optimized production chains, can be upgraded to hire more transporters. Okay. Struggling to meet the demands of their rising industry, the Axonauts faced a constant challenge. Their transporter was overwhelmed, leading to production disruptions, a critical problem. They had to enhance resource collection. After extensive brainstorming sessions, they devised a solution. They would create a dedicated facility for resource transport. This innovation should enable them to optimize resource flows. In your production system, the warehouse is a key element, primarily by providing 2 additional global transporters. Transporters play a critical role in the production of manufactured goods, so I would need to build more of these if I found that things just weren't getting to where they needed to be all the time. Transporters play a critical role in the production of manufactured goods. They collect these goods, clearing the limited internal storage space of producers. If the space reaches its limit, production stops, which I think may have happened in the biofarm. The warehouse also increases the overall storage capacity of a moon by 3 units. All warehouses and city centres on a moon are interconnected in a global storage system, enabling you to use the resources while also allowing local transporters to access them no matter where they are. Okay, so now we're going to get a new citizen type of settlers, and we're going to have a community need, and then we will unlock the community centre. We need to get up to 42 citizens. Okay, so we shall start at the very beginning, a very nice place to start, with the warehouse. Once we have one more biofilament. It seems like it comes out in batches of several at once or something. Oh yeah, there we are, 5. Okay, so we can make the warehouse now. So I'm just thinking, where would be a nice place for the warehouse? Maybe there. Because that seems to be a bit of an industrial hub. I may do the same on the other side, and then we might have another warehouse over there eventually, but that seems quite good at the moment. I'm trying to sort of get the roads to overlap as much as I can. I don't know how much that matters. They seem to use the roads quite extensively. They seem to be like running along those roads. Okay, so now we need to make some more houses because I don't think we have enough, do we? I think we can only have 3 inside each shelter at the moment, so we've got 30, we need another 12, so we need another 4 houses. So why don't we just put like 4 more houses just in front of here? And that one's maybe slightly off-centre, doesn't it? I'll just do my best to make it neat. And it might be a tiny bit wiggly, but we'll see. So some of the roads overlap and some of them don't slightly. The little rings around their houses. So what I would probably try and do is like try and make it so that the rings just slightly overlap, so that they had like a sort of a going on, but nah. We're okay. We'll do. It'll do at the moment. It looks alright from a distance. So we're looking to get up to 42. We nearly are. So there we are. Beautiful. Complete mission. So we're now going to get settlers. And we're going to get a community hub. So providing basic social needs for your inhabitants. While their situation improved, the Axonauts grappled with the toll on their mental health. The need for continuous hard work persisted as they laboured to create a new home on the moon. Craving a respite from their toil and a chance to bond, a group of Axonauts conceived a remarkable idea, the creation of a community centre. Envisioned as a welcoming haven, it would serve as a hub where all could gather, foster camaraderie, acquire new skills, and work on self-improvement. Wonderful. I've got tea here, you know, and it's going really cold. I think it's gone cold, actually. I think I might have to make a new one later. The community centre is a service building that enables all shelters within its range to accommodate 4 people each. Like other service buildings, the community centre operates within its designated range, which is determined by its efficiency rate. Right, so I feel like that would need to go near houses. A new population level has become available, the settlers. Once all the needs of your citizens are met and the shelters have reached full occupancy, you can use an upgrade button to transform it into a house. All citizens in that house will become settlers, and they may eventually request additional services. Okay. So, build a community centre and get 40 settlers. Right, so community centre. Sadly, I can't get that. I want that to cover all their homes, but it's not going to. So I'll put the community centre, maybe I'll put it here. And then we can put homes all around it. . So it looks like some of them are asking for an upgrade, so we shall do it. So those are going to be houses because they are covered by this community centre range. So we've got 24 out of 40 settlers. But I feel like I might need to move some of the houses around or build more. It's just that I didn't know this was coming up and that I would need to leave a space in the middle for that, you know. It's just one of those things. So once I've got 4 people in there, I can upgrade that. I don't know whether to, like, demolish these ones. They're just in such a bad place. Yeah, I feel like over here needs to be like a town, basically. So I think I need to, like, start deleting ones that don't fit within the community centre bounds. I'll just start slowly getting rid of these. Because they're just not in a good place for us. So I just want these all the way around the community centre. And we'll just upgrade as we can. Hopefully that one will want to upgrade. It's just within the community centre's bounds. I was saying it's not got community. Okay, so let's get rid of it. Maybe try and build it slightly further in. And I might just be able to grab the community. Yeah, so building it there just grabs the community. Okay, we've got our settlers. Wonderful. So I am just going to keep deleting these houses. That'll give us room for industry on this side. Okay, complete mission. So, new population need clothes. So we now have a quarry, a textile farm, a fabric weaver, and a clothes factory. So that looks like a big production chain. Good job we cleared out all that space, huh? As time passed, the Axonauts faced a wardrobe dilemma, with their clothing deteriorating due to repeated use, accelerating their wear and tear. Their ingenuity shone once more as they harnessed lunar resources to fashion new garments by cultivating textile fibers from indigenous plants and crafting fabric. They ensured a constant supply of clothing. Although these new outfits lacked the comfort of their original attire, they were remarkably durable, embodying their resourceful spirit. Great news! A production chain dedicating to crafting clothes is available. These clothes are crucial for keeping your population comfortable and content. In this production chain, you'll notice that many of the buildings require stone as a primary construction material. To obtain stone, you'll need to establish a quarry. This specialised facility is responsible for extracting raw stone and processing it into a usable form that can be used to build various structures. Okay. Sorry, my mouth started going... No, my mind, I think, was going slower than my mouth at that point. So build a quarry, textile farm, fabric weaver, clothes factory, store 5 clothes. Then we'll get science. Lovely. Okay. I'm going to continue to delete some of these buildings. Kind of feel like, honestly, I don't like that one being there either. And that I would prefer it to be back here. Turning them all into settlers. There we are, lovely. Got a nice village there. So we've got all these circles, sadly, that have like decided to go there, but never mind. So let's, we now got more room for all of our textiles and things. It looks like these might be full. Yes, they are full. But we don't have any clothes, so let's just focus on that at the moment. Ah, our settlers have to do this, right? Okay. Oh my goodness, look at the size of the quarry. Well, that's quite the thing, isn't it? No, that'll have to go there, I guess. So once we have 10 rocks, I will be able to make a textile farm. At least that's small. Okay, so textile farm here. And then a fabric weaver. And just go down there below it. And eventually we need to make a clothing factory, which I'll put down here somewhere. I wonder how easy it is to move things. I can collect immediately. I can see how much pollution it's producing. I can shut it down or I can destroy it, but I can't just move. If I could, I'd be kicking myself because I should have moved all the houses. Workers 10 out of 20. Oh, wow. But then there'll be more workers to go in there once we have clothing. So that might fix itself anyway. So what are we waiting for at the moment for the clothing factory? 70 stone. Is that 70 stone? Oh no. 15 workers, 5 stone, and 3 biofuel. And we can make it. Lovely. Let's put it over here. Yeah, so what I'd probably advise is to start building your... Oh, they're unhappy because their clothing is not fulfilled. And community is not fulfilled there. Ah. How come that... That circle went lower. And I don't know why. Let's try and delete that. Oh, how interesting. It doesn't like having the factory in its radius. So you can't put industrial buildings in its radius or it like messes it up, I think. Okay, well, now I've got to wait for some more rock. And I can build it again. But yeah, definitely running out of space quickly because like that's the city centre. I'll just build it like here. No, it doesn't like it. Oh, so annoying. That's not even close to like being where that... Grr. I'll build it up here or something. It's like super frustrating because it's like messing up my town. So, how we do for rocks? I'll build it up here, I think. I thought just building it out just slightly outside of the community centre's range would be fine, but it just doesn't seem to be, so I'll try and keep things away from there as much as I can, but we've got such limited space. Come on, we can do one more stone, right? One more stone, come on, there we are. You know what? I'm going to put it here. I can't possibly mess with anything over there, right? It's slightly skew width. I don't know why. Oh no, it still messed that up. I just don't even understand that. Okay, well let's just try and get everybody clothes. Maybe it's because as soon as I put the clothing factory down, there's a clothing need or something. I don't really know. Maybe I need to build another community centre. Yeah, I could. We could put more houses around there. Let's just do that. Oh, that community centre doesn't have a worker. Is that why? There's not enough workers available. And that's reduced its range right down. Oh, I see. Let's build some more houses then, so we've got some more workers. Didn't realise that was going to cause me an issue, but that clearly does, so let's just try and sort that out. I didn't know what was causing the issue, so I was moving the factory around, causing myself all sorts of trouble, and that wasn't even what was the problem. Okay, once that one's fully occupied, we can upgrade it. Got 90 jobs and only like 65 people. It's probably not too helpful then. But as we go up, yeah, look, so as we go up, then we're getting people providing the community there. Yeah, that's helped hugely. As soon as these are... Oh yeah, there we are, we've got upgrades. Okay. Because I was rushing, I didn't put those in a very good way, but it's okay. I'll survive. I've got 90 jobs and we've now got 102 people once it properly hits its cap, so we should be fine on that one. So what were we doing? Clothes. I think they are slowly over time. Oh, we needed 3 textile farms, apparently. There they are. All these old buildings, and they've left like... They've left their mark. My water collectors are full. My water is full. My clothing is at 5. Yes. Okay, science lab. The science lab is a pivotal facility dedicated to advancing knowledge and innovation across a wide spectrum of disciplines such as cutting-edge materials, groundbreaking technologies, and essential upgrades. It can only be built once per stellar body. Okay, so the Axonauts, once a thriving civilization, had achieved mastery in the art of space travel and erected a vast empire. However, the rigours of prolonged spacefaring had taken a toll on their collective memory. While they had preserved as much as they could from the wisdom of their ancestors, a new challenge loomed before them. They have to engage in research to further their technology, fortify their lunar abode, and with hope in their hearts re-establish contact with their distant home planet. They are acutely aware that this task would be formidable. It would consume time and resources with no assurances of success. Yet their determination burns brightly. They understood that without progress, their civilization would stagnate and inevitably decline. The Axonauts have to invest substantially in education and research, recognizing it as the key to securing their future. Okay, a new structure is now at your disposal. The Science Lab. This building serves as a hub for developing cutting-edge technologies. To get started, access the Science Lab and choose your research topic from the technology trees. Once you've selected your research topic, the local transporter will gather the necessary resources to initiate the research process. Okay. It can be constructed once per celestial body, which means as you expand your colonies to more moons, your scientific capabilities will experience a significant boost. So eventually, we're going to get off this moon and build colonies on other moons, which is pretty cool. For additional details, you can explore job assignment, understanding scientific facilities. Okay. I'm kind of interested though. Can I build another city centre? If I had 8 biomass, I could actually do that. So once we start running out of space, I'll do the science lab first, obviously, but like I realise we're running out of space. So it wasn't a problem with the things being next to the houses at all. I just ran out of population and didn't know what the problem was. Because I'm an idiot. No, not really. It just, up till that point, I hadn't had to even think about the population. And then all of a sudden I did. I was like, oh. Right, let's select some research. Axonaut well-being studies. All right then. This research project delves into the factors influencing the well-being of Axonauts. The studies will investigate various topics through surveys, interviews, and physiological even monitoring. Physical and mental health, social and emotional well-being, impact of space travel, coping mechanisms, and factors contributing to resilience. The ultimate objective is to craft new daily use tools aimed at enhancing Axonauts' well-being, elevating their autonomy and skills, and facilitating tasks more effortlessly and safely. Achievements such as real-time communication, improved space navigation, and easier repair of equipment and structures are among the many enhancements anticipated. Very well, so we're going to need... Oh no, this might give us a solonite mine, a solonite foundry, and a toolmaker. Ah, okay. Start research. And the things that are needed are being taken there. Thankfully, it seems to be consuming just water at the moment. Which is fine because I've got plenty of water production. See, that's probably more than we need in terms of community centres, but that's fine. But I feel like we're going to need like a second island soon, a second city. So I feel like maybe we could put a city centre over here and start building things. I don't know how a second city works though, and whether you need all of the same things. So I'll just let it run me through, you know. So research is completed, and we now have a need for tools. The evolving needs of your settlers now include a demand for tools. Meeting this demand will allow each resident to house more Axonauts. With the completion of the Axonauts Wellbeing Studies research, you have discovered the new production chain to produce tools. You need to make a solonite mine, a bioreactor, a solonite foundry, and a toolmaker. New population need medical centre access. Good grief. To produce tools, you'll need to secure a sufficient supply of wood and a specific metal resource called solonite rods. While you may be adequately meeting your wood production requirements, acquiring solonite rods will require mining solonite ore. Hint: mines can be established in specific locations. Solonite ore sites can be found by clicking on the solonite ore icon beneath the moon's name. I see. Right. So solonite mine. Is that the only... Aha, there's one here too. Right, okay. But sadly, Miss Shelab didn't put her city centre in the right place. So now, I don't think that that's going to be able to be placed because it's outside of our... Let's have a look, so... I feel like I might need to put down another city centre somewhere. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'll see what happens. So we need it to cover there. I don't want it too much in the way of the solanite mine. So this is going to be our solanite area. I think it might need a shelter or two. Might be a requirement there. I need to get this a bit more in line. Let's just do a couple of shelters. Oh, in this city they go that way around. I see. And then I want to try and make the solanite mine. Now what I may need to do is to get a community centre in so that these are... How many people need to work there? I don't know. I know that the city centres, they kind of like, I think that they... Oh, we've got too many jobs now as well. Let's build a community centre and a few more like places. And get some settlers in this area. That'll do. Thankfully, these ones are going the right way around now. Ready to upgrade, so we'll upgrade those as we go, and then we'll have plenty of citizens for jobs hopefully, because I think the solanite mine might need citizens that have jobs and stuff. So I think the wood and stuff is shared between the city. Oh look, they built a bridge. Oh, that's adorable. But, so every time you build a city centre, it builds a road to connect them, and if it goes across the water, they build a bridge. Oh, I love it. This is so cute. Alright, so we need the tool maker pretty soon. I've obviously worked quite hard on getting the population up. Don't need to get it up much more than this, I don't think. And it looks like they share resources between city centres, which is really nice. So I will be able to now make a tool maker once I have some more bio stuff. So I've used a lot of that in upgrading my houses. So this is why we don't have any biofuel. No, not biofuel, biofilament even. Why am I saying biofuel? I wonder what other... Can we click on sand and find where sand is and ganium? No, we're only allowed solanite ore at the moment. There are 3 places. And sadly one of them is just like a tiny little away from the city centre I already had down, which is so annoying. But like I say, when I placed it, I didn't know. I didn't know it was needed, so... Those guys built. Yeah, it's nice. I can make a little hub around a community centre. Now I know that that's needed for the city. So I'll probably do a lot of rearranging of them, to be honest. Toolmaker and a solanite foundry. I'll just wait for them to get some more biofilament in. What might be useful over here is a warehouse. That'll allow us some more units of know it's not what I'm meant to be doing, but I think it would give us more units of storage, which would be really useful. Again, 5 blinking biofilaments. Oh, we have that now. Yeah, I just feel like that would be super useful. I'll pop that there. So if they want, they can put things in the warehouse, and now we're going to have up to 16 units of everything. So that's the maximum global storage for each resource is now up to 16, which will be a little bit nicer. See, everything's going up to 16 there, you see. So once we've got that final biofilament, I will start on the quest that I'm meant to be doing, which is actually building the Solanite foundry. One more. You can see it just there. And I feel like that would be good kind of near to its friend over here. Maybe like that. We have 141 jobs and 138 population. So we do need to put some more housing in, I think. There we are. I actually like this town. I think it looks a bit more natural. Although I feel like I should have maybe, like, it's not in line with the town centre, is it? The city centre. Ugh. Oh well. We'll ignore that for now. This is the sort of thing that on a second run I would get more right. I'd be like, oh, that annoyed me last time I played. You know. Toolmaker. So how's that going? We need 5 biofilament again. We're on 4 again. Biomass. That is a raw resource that's needed. Oh, we make that from the Solanite rods. Okay, that's fine. We're getting there on that then. Right, toolmaker. Put that next door. Out there looks right. And we need 151 jobs. But luckily these are ready to upgrade, so we can get more people in them. When they upgrade they go up to 6 people. Wonderful. Ah, but we're still not quite there, are we? We still need more homes. Our pollution's probably through the roof at this point. So 570 generated, but it's naturally clearing 1618. So once we get like triple the pollution, triple the size, we'd need to scrub the pollution out somehow manually. I like this game. See, I think I like this game because it's got like it's got a solid story and it's got a solid progression to it. You're not kind of like, oh, what do I do now? How do I do this? How do I do that? It kind of lets you know. So if I'm inevitably comparing this to Goblin Camp, which obviously I played yesterday, this one feels a little bit more solid somehow. Although Goblin Camp felt a little bit like more mystical and magical and lore-filled. Whereas this has its own lore, but it's not like a mythical lore. It's just the story of the Axonauts. Okay, we're still a little bit short on jobs. Let's put in some more houses. You can see, obviously, I'm trying to put these in the circle around the community centre. And so now we have enough people. Okay, we've completed our mission. And we've got 4 Solanite in return. You're almost ready to start producing tools. However, an essential ingredient is missing. Energy to melt the ore. You can access a new fuel known as biomass. Oh, now we have biomass. Cool. In the energy tab of the technology tree. Ah, so I need to research it. Biomass is a sustainable fuel produced from wood. As soon as the biomass production starts, the solanite ore can be melted into solanite rods. This in turn will enable the creation of the much needed tools. Very well. For additional details, you can explore building efficiency. Theoretical production and proportion of filled worker slots. Yeah, it gets... Basically, if it has workers available, then it becomes more efficient, I guess. I'm not going to read through all of that. That's a bit much, but it does seem to get... I mean, especially community centres, their radius like shrinks and it's really, really obvious when they don't have enough workers. Okay, so complete high energy fuel research and build a bioreactor. That sounds fun. Energy, high energy fuel. Wood and biofilament are materials with many advantages, but their relatively low heating power limits their use for melting things. And you know, I was saying yesterday that the tree was good. This is a really cool tree. It's like several tabs of tech tree. Very nice. Anyway, wood and biofilament are materials with many advantages, but their relatively low heating power limits their use for melting things. This research aims to develop a new renewable fuel with a higher heating power to address this limitation. Start research. Okay, we do need a bit more housing as well. I'm glad I built a whole new city for this, actually. Because honestly, I feel like we needed it. I am not the best at placing these. I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm just trying to keep the population just slightly ahead of the jobs. Oh, I see. So 10 of them work on the research. Ah. Right, so now we need to build a bioreactor. I imagine that's a settler thing. Is it? Or not? Maybe it's not. How we build bioreactor? Where is it? We don't need like an extra... Let's have a look at high energy fuel. So bioreactor building. Produces biomass. Okay. There we are. Bioreactor. I will put that here. Yeah, I think there's about right. Kind of above the warehouse, kind of next to the... next to the factories, the toolmaker and the solanite foundry. And kind of close to the warehouse. These guys all want upgrades and they can have them. I don't know how we're doing for like clothing and stuff. Oh, clothing is absolutely fine. Lovely. So seems like once you put the production in, they don't need it often enough to be too worried about that. And then it looks like there's one more thing after that. Cool. 180. Wow, I wasn't expecting to have such a big population so quickly. No research selected. I don't know what the research is going to want to be. Okay, so I've got some solanite rods in return for that. Lovely. Store 5 tools. It didn't give me much of a, like, a blurb on that one. Normally it gives me a whole thing, doesn't it, about, like... Okay, so the evolving needs of your settlers now include a demand for tools. Meeting this demand will allow each residence to house more Axonauts. With the completion of Axonauts Wellbeing Studies research, you've discovered the new production chain to produce tools. Oh, maybe it's like a 2-part mission then? Like, or a several-part mission? But I don't want to start researching in case it's like, well, now you need to do a different research for the quest. And I'm like, really? So I'll just wait for the 5 tools to come through. Make sure that they're okay for population, which they do seem to be. I don't know if we are supposed to have more stranded to do certain jobs or whether it doesn't matter if settlers do the jobs. I like to give them the upgrades when they ask for them because I feel like it's just nice thing to do, isn't it, you know? I could maybe squidge 2 more houses in there if I need to before we need to build another community centre somewhere. Obviously it needs to fit within the town. Honestly, I think probably 1 community centre's worth of town is probably enough per city centre. I could put another city like over here or something. There's plenty of room. But it depends on what it's asking for next though. So we'll see what happens when the tools come in. We get 0.6 per day of tools. We don't get many. I don't know whether another tool maker would help. At the moment we have 11 solanite rods. And 2 are being produced per day. But at the tool maker... Oh, hang on, we're nearly done actually. Oh, but what's happening is we're never hitting 5 because... I see. That's staying steady at 11. I don't know how much this produces. This produces 4 a day. This uses 3 a day of wood. Produces, oh no, hang on, sorry, this one it is. This uses 4 a day, so I would need another mine to do that to get any quicker. And this uses 2 a day of the solanite rods and makes 2 a day of tools. I see, so it's like a plus, it's a positive of 6 a day after. There we are, finally. Now we need a medical centre. Okay, so the growing demand for tools appears to have an unexpected consequence. An increase in domestic incidents. It may or may not be related, but settlers are demanding the creation of a medical centre. In any case, this marks a significant achievement for your Axonauts, who will soon have access to essential medical care for their minor injuries and major problems. However, fulfilling this new demand won't be as straightforward as previous challenges. Dwellers. Okay. Accessing new buildings requires research within the science lab. Unlocking the medical centre is no exception. Conducting research on healthcare will pave the way. However, there's a twist. To delve into healthcare, your researchers will need to study chromium tubes. The challenge here is that chromium ore doesn't occur naturally on Valar. Therefore, establishing a space program is essential to secure this resource. While venturing into space wasn't part of our original plan, it's now become a pressing necessity to obtain chromium ore, which is also vital for other research projects. Right, so number 1, space program research. This is why I didn't want to do research. Space program research. Developing the minimal elements to escape the gravity of our moon is a crucial step towards colonizing new stellar bodies and exploiting their resources. This requires the development of propulsion and guidance systems, which are essential for spacecraft to travel through space. The mission control, vehicle assembly building, and a launch catapult. Very well. So we're going to catapult them into space. This game's so cool. Super, super enjoyable. It's my kind of city builder, this one. So 171 jobs, 210 population. So that's absolutely fine at the moment. Biomass is coming up. Tools are coming up. We've got full biofilament and stone and things. I'm wondering whether to just like, while we've got a minute and while we're sort of waiting for things, whether to pop in a couple more like warehouses. I don't know why it doesn't quite line up. That's about as good as we're going to get, I think. Because that way we now have 19. So all of this other stuff as we're expanding, we can store it a bit more easily. Okay. How to launch spacecraft. Space program. Right, to build your first spacecraft, you'll need to supply the vehicle assembly building. Okay. Metalloid extractor. Nanofiber factory. Okay. I see. Well, that's going to be our next bit then. Once you produce some spacecraft, you'll need mission control and a launch catapult fully manned for your ships to take off. To plan the resource transport to other moons, click Plan Mission in selected Mission Control building interface. Be careful until you unlock new technologies. Your spacecrafts are not yet recoverable. They will drop resources on the planet and orbit around it forever. Okay. So we lose the spacecraft at the moment. Okay, so we've completed that mission for the space program. Our knowledge of basic space travel has grown, and we must now focus on developing an advanced material that can resist the harsh conditions of space. This task will require additional research and development, followed by the establishment of a complete space center complex and the construction of spacecrafts. This endeavour will open up opportunities for creating new colonies in regions rich with chromium ore and other previously unreachable resources. Wonderful. So we need to complete the space-grade composite structures research, build a metalloid extractor, build a nanofiber factory, build a launch catapult, build a vehicle assembly building, build mission control, and then store a small spacecraft. In fact, 3 of them. Okay. Well, this is quite the quest, isn't it? So this is like the overall objective, but we can't do that until we've done all of this. So, I think to facilitate this, I am going to build another city. Might be able to squidge one in there. Let's see. So I'm going to just go with a city centre. That will do. So they get a whole new city for this, I think. It seems like there's a lot to build, so it feels like that might be a good start. Okay, so then we're probably going to want to start the research into space-grade composite structures. And for that we need innovative industrialization experiment. Okay, so as the Axonaut population grows, new needs and requirements emerge. This research aims to discover new industries and develop improved methods for producing and transporting goods and materials, creating new jobs and improving the quality of life for Axonauts. So we'll be able to make water into something else. Oh, water into research, sorry, okay. That doesn't say it really gives me anything though, but we'll research it because we need to get this other research done. It doesn't look like we can get anything like the metalloid extractor or anything like that. So while we're researching that, I think our job would be to make sure that we've got enough of everything. So textile, water looks like it might be struggling a touch, and so does biofilament. Let's go back to our original colony and just see if we can maybe build a little bit more, because this is where our biofilaments are being made. So I'm wondering if I could just pop in another biocrusher. We seem to have enough wood, right? The biocrusher makes wood into... six a day wood into 3 a day biofilament. And we're making 9 a day. Yeah, I think we probably have enough to just put another biocrusher straight in, and then we could just make sure that that's all up to scratch. Then I want to do some more water as well. So where's the biocrusher? Give you a friend. And again, it doesn't really line up so well. There. Okay, so that should help us with our Nutrient paste looks a little low, but water's getting super low. So what I'm thinking here is maybe I could put in another... Actually, how about we do some water over here? Because we've got a bit more room. Plenty of room around here to do a bit of water. So, yeah, all of that area there could easily be done. So let's do a water purifier. Around there. And let's do some water collectors. So I'm just basically building up the economy around. Research is completed there, so lovely. Now we can do the space grade structures. So this research aims to develop new composite materials that are stronger, lighter and more durable than traditional materials, making them ideal for use in spacecraft, habitats and other space infrastructure. Composite materials are made from 2 or more different materials with superior combined properties. They can be tailored to have a wide range of properties, depending on the type and amount of reinforcement and matrix material used. The reinforcement provides strength and stiffness, while the matrix material binds the reinforcement together and provides toughness and durability. Right, so that's what we need. Space grade composite structures. Actually, that's going really fast. That's fine. And so over here, I would like to build myself. Water seems to be going... In fact, I think maybe we'll do a bit more water over here. I think another water purifier. I don't want to run out. Water is really important for research, so I don't want to run out of that at all. So let's put another one right next to its friend. There. And then we'll pop another couple of water collectors down the side. That'll do. So we've got a whole little water factory over there. Like I say, I'm terrible at lining these up. I wish there was a slightly better way to line things up all together, but you know, we're not that great at doing that yet. Okay, so it looks like we put in this town centre, but like they haven't actually tried to connect the towns up at all. So I wonder whether that would be maybe the case of a warehouse going in or something, or whether that will be when I start putting structures in. So as always, I think I'm going to start with a community centre like in the middle. Because I think it'd be good to have people over here. And they do like their community centres. So we'll do that. Let's do like that. I'll try and as much as I can line it up with the centre, but it's kind of hard sometimes to line things up properly because you like then move and it's like, oh no, there's no way that was lined up properly. So if you're someone that has to build on a grid, then this is maybe not the game for you, but you know, other than that, it's amazing. Okay, so let's pop some little buildings in. Don't need that much at the moment, I don't think. Then we're going to have a look at the research, which I think is done now. So now we can make our metalloid extractor and our nanofiber factory. So, okay. Look at all this we're going to go into, though. Nanomaterials, all sorts of stuff. Okay, so now we need to build ourselves a metalloid extractor. I'm not aware that that needs to go anywhere specific, so we'll put it there for now. And the nanofiber factory. I'll pop on the other side. Then we need to build a launch catapult. For that, we're going to need some of the nanofibers. So in the meantime... So what do we need for... So it needs biomass, biofilament, and metalloids. So I think it would be a good thing maybe over here just to get some more... There's a road going there now, see? But I think it might be a good idea to pop a warehouse in. I think a warehouse would help with this a lot. So we could store some of the things that are needed for the projects. I feel like that could go about there. So the employment's looking a little low at this point, so let's upgrade our houses. And hopefully we'll get enough people into the nanofiber factory for it to be fully operational. It's only 224, so I think we need to build another house. Maybe even 2. And then once we've got enough people in there, we can upgrade that. Then how are we doing for nanofiber? We've got 4 nanofiber, so that's great. So the launch catapult will be ready on the 5th. Ah, nice. We can make a vehicle assembly building. Perfect. Why don't you go next to everything else up here? Boop. So now we need 267 people. You can see why I built a town for this. I was like, this is gonna need a town. I was very right about that. My gut instinct was entirely correct there. I'm kind of at a point now where I don't care which way around the houses are. As long as people live in them, I don't care. But you can be more sweaty about that if you want to be. I'm not going to stop you. So I'm hoping that these will upgrade soon. It looks like all the clothing, everything is kind of sitting at 27 mostly, all the clothing and everything like that. But the nutrient paste is not. So we need to build some more nutrient paste. Production. Maybe there. And hope they don't starve. That needs to now be going up, down, up, down. Let's make another one. Let's not mess around with this. We've really increased the population hugely, so I don't think 3 farms is going to be a problem. Don't have any nanofiber, any small spacecraft, any metalloids. So if we don't have any metalloids, we're using more per day than we're making. So I feel like maybe another metalloid factory is needed then. Metalloid extractor, here we come. Whoop. That's probably the best I'm going to get there. Sometimes I think the curvature of the planet causes some issues with like exactly lining things up, but you know, it looks reasonable. Let me just check that the nutrient paste is good. That's fine. Okay, so I feel comfortable upgrading these houses. And then we do need to make more, but I need to make sure their food is okay first. You can see how far ahead things are. Clothing, tools looks like this is going to be the next thing that we're going to struggle with. Which is a bit of a shame because tools, unfortunately... Well, actually, that is just to upgrade like a second time, isn't it? To upgrade to these, like... Oh no, that's space routes. When was that? We were going to get another upgrade at some point, weren't we? Oh, I think it was once we had the medical centre. Yeah, I remember now. I need about 40 more of them. It could go like that. And like that. And like that. And like that. 275. And then we'll just upgrade them. Hopefully that'll be enough then. Well, actually, it probably won't be enough, will it? I think we need more. Sadly, I put the metalloid extractor where possibly a house could have gone, but I don't really want to move it right now. Oh yeah, as soon as we get some of these upgraded, we'll be fine. Food is absolutely fine again. Lovely. Tools are fine at the moment. Tools are a bit more dicey though. We've made one of our small spacecraft, which is great. And we need to build the launch catapult and mission control. Looks like we could now build mission control. Mission control can go up here, I think. And then we need the launch catapults. As soon as we get another 6 nano fiber in. I would love, like, we're coming up towards the hour-and-a-half mark, but I would love to have at least, like, get into space before we finish up this look into the demo, because they've been so generous with the demo, and it's such a good game. I'm tempted to buy this, honestly. It's so, so good. It's super fun. I don't buy games very often either. So, last one I think I bought that I played was Haven Dock. Well, it looks like we might be coming to the end of the tutorial anyway with the medical centre access. Or the demo, sorry, not tutorial. Ah, we finally got enough people for the jobs. Wonderful. Come on, once we get the launch catapult, we can get into space. Oh, and one more small spacecraft. So we're just waiting a little bit longer for that. I think we'll be in space by the hour-and-a-half mark. Okay, so we've got 308 people. I think we might need more housing for the launch catapults. Oh, okay, the nanofiber is coming in at 0 a day. It is building up though. So I don't know if we need another nanofiber factory. It might be needed. Let's see. Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? We have to build another metalloid factory again. To build more homes again. We could fit 2 in like there, couldn't we? I could fit. It'll be a little bit janky, but I can fit 2 in there. So that's up to 324 now, so we're going to be getting... And once those upgrade, we'll have a couple more as well. We're up to 6 nanofiber now, which is what we were waiting for our launch catapults. Which I will put here. Okay. We've done it. We've done it, guys. Okay. Yeah. So the construction of a new colony will be a challenging task, but it's essential to obtain the chromium ore. Use mission control to organise the transportation of essential resources to start a new outpost on Tinar. Send wood and biofilament to build a city centre. So I need 9 wood and 18 biofilament, which, because I've been upgrading my warehouse capacity, shouldn't be a difficult thing to do. So mission control, plan mission. We need to go to Tinar. So move resources from one moon to another. Select resources with the empty box icon. Okay. After selecting a destination, use the Add Once button. Once you're done planning, use Exit. Okay. Complex space routes and repeating missions will become available later once the landing platform becomes available. Note, you can edit the planned route by selecting Mission Control Building or the Space Route Overview in the System View. Right. So, I want to put wood in there. It's already got 9 wood. Can I only send one thing? And that needs to go to Tinar. One-way trip. Add once. Planning mission to Tinar. Okay, so they're taking the wood there. They're going to go and get a spacecraft and take that there. Oh, and we're taking the wood to Tinar. Whee! I think that's not why we need 3 rockets, so it's probably because we need to do 2 launchers, one for the wood and one for the biofilament. So off we go to Tinar. Oh, that was the end of the demo. That was so cool. Really enjoyed that. So what's in the full game? New resources on new moons to help your citizens fulfill their new needs and reach the level of dwellers and beyond. More than dwellers. Automated trade routes between your moons to optimize production and distribution of resources at will. Original music tracks for every moon and civilization level. Discover cyborgs, robots, asteroid exploitation, multi-step buildings. By combining more than 45 different resources, we've got that whole massive tech tree. We haven't even scratched the surface of that. Bring your people to build a great wonder and reconnect with their home world. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So I hope you enjoyed as well. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more, then please subscribe and I'll let you know when the demos are out. Hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.